This is a full pattern guide for the new limited time item in Counter-Strike 2, which is the M4A1 Solitude, and you'll be surprised with how many different and cool patterns this one has. The skin is similar to the last XM Solitude that we got, but the patterns are very different. The most important thing to focus on this skin is the sun. Depending on the pattern, the sun can be centered in the edges, cut off, completely visible, or even have no sun at all. So let's start with the sun patterns. This is an example of what would be considered one of the best patterns. The sun is fully visible, it isn't cut by anything, and you can see the sky. Pattern 8, for example, follows this criteria, so it should be a very good one. Here's an example of another pretty good sun pattern. This is pattern 15, the sun is visible right, but it is not centered at all, so it will not be nearly as good as the last one that I showed. And here's an average sun pattern. This is the 27 one, for example. The sun isn't centered at all and it's basically half cut. This pattern isn't terrible, it's still better than many patterns which have no sun, but it won't be a top tier one. It is still very early to know if this is worth overpay or not, as it will take a few weeks for prices to arrive, but looking at the XM Solitude, this won't be a bad one. This video was sponsored by SkinsMonkey, which is a trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CS2 skins for some new shiny ones in seconds. You just select the skins that you want to trade and the ones that you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for free and a 35% bonus when buying balance. They also host giveaways in the freebies page, and link to SkinsMonkey is in the description. Here's some bad sun pattern. This one is 29, which you can barely see any sun, so as far as sun patterns go, this one is one of the worst ones. Another example is pattern 89. This one is just really bad. It has almost no sun and the rest of the skin is terrible as well. As you will see in just a bit, this is basically fully market price. And here's a no sun pattern. There's patterns like these where there is basically no sun at all. These have other nice stuff though, so I will talk about them in a bit. This is a pattern which is basically an example of a no visible sun pattern. And the last thing is suns can have different colors as well. This is a white sun, as you can see here, pattern 259, which I think is pretty cool. Then we have double sun patterns, and the main sun isn't centered, so I don't know how good this one will end up being, but if you notice the silencer, there is a second sun, which is really interesting. This one, for example, is pattern 41, which isn't amazing. There's also pattern 177, which also has two suns and is a bit better, and then pattern 211, which is one of the better ones. I think it has two suns and the main one is pretty centered, so as far as double suns go, this will likely be a nice one. And there's white double suns as well, such as pattern 321. And we even have triple sun patterns. There's a few of these as well, but I don't know how popular they will be. Pattern 247 has 3 suns, but they are barely visible. And then we're going over to the mountains pattern, and the mountains can either be green, blue or yellow. Here's a yellow mountain pattern, which seems to be pretty good, as it also has a decent position sun and another sun on the silencer. This one is pattern 376. Here's a blue mountain pattern that's just really bad. Basically market price, this is 380, and pattern 95 seems to be one of the better ones with blue mountains, but I still don't like it. And here's a green mountain one, which I think doesn't look good at all. This is pattern 296. And now we're going over to the clouds patterns. There's also patterns with mostly clouds. I have no idea how popular these will be. I personally think they aren't great. Here's like 2 examples that I picked up. I don't love them, but clouds will come in next because there are sun patterns with sky and clouds. At the moment, these seem to be the patterns that are considered the best ones, where you have a sun in the magazine and the sky with clouds in the upper part of the skin. It also includes mountains, so these patterns basically have it all. This is 385, which is pretty decent in this regard, but the sun is cut. Pattern 778 is also pretty good, and this is an example of a pattern that's not as good. This is 398. It has all the elements right, but the clouds aren't at the top of the skin, making it not as nice, and the sun is cut as well. There's also pattern 112, which is interesting. The sun isn't visible, but it has 2 suns and it looks amazing. I'm not sure how popular this one is going to be, but if I had to guess, I would say this is going to be pretty popular. I absolutely love it. And pattern 669 is also similar. I absolutely love this. The question is, Which patterns are the best? Well, it's too early to say which pattern people consider the best. It will take a few weeks. This is just a general guide to help you understand how the skin works and if the one that you own is good or not. However, at the moment people seem to somewhat agree that pattern 379 is up there as one of the, if not the best one. It has a nice sun and a lot of clouds in the sky. I don't know, but I personally love this one. I think it looks absolutely amazing, and I will make an update video when there are more objective rankings and when we have prices, so it will take a few weeks. But subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that out, and also if you enjoyed, leave a like and let me know what pattern you got down in the comments, and if you see anything special about it. That is it, goodbye.